Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything you could add, send it to Southern Prepper 1, Southern Prepper 1, just the number 1 at yahoo.com. Let's get right into it. This is from North Texas. Kroger grocery store, CVS pharmacy, and other places like that are definitely a shortage on children's medicine. They're putting a limit on it, so please get your children's medicine, be it infant, be it young children. Get it now. If you think you might need it to get through the winter, there's definitely a shortage. This is according to an article it was called Walmart will charge you for bags at over 200 stores as of January 1st, and this is in regards to the state of Colorado. So you might want to get you some of those reusable ones, so you'll have those. And I guess you'll be paying 10 cents for each paper or plastic bag at the register. So if you don't want that cost, get you some reusable ones, make some. That way you'll save a little bit of money every week you go shopping. I live in central North Carolina, starting to see holes in the grocery store, shortages everywhere. I go every couple of weeks. One place I went to, there was cars all in a line all the way around the block to get food from the food bank. So they're definitely seeing an increase there. This increase will be going astronomically, I believe, into January. More and more people not being able to buy food. More and more people having to pay for their Christmas purchases if they put it on their credit card. I've never seen this in my area before. People are hurting financially. Kerosene is hard to find and for a decent price, but I found a store that had it for $5.25 per gallon. That's not a bad price. I bought $55 worth. I use kerosene heater when the power goes out. We are expecting a deep freeze and possible snow, ice in the coming weeks through Christmas. Walmart prices in central Oklahoma. I saved over $40 because I stocked up in 2021. And what they did was they bought the Sweet Sioux canned white chunk chicken. They bought this in November at 98 cents a can. Now it is December. It went up to $1.98. So they saved $1 a can. That's huge. The incident with the B-2 bomber. It looks like the U.S. Air Force bomber squadron that this was attached to is standing down because it's going to have too many things to fix. And they actually said it'll take several years to repair this aircraft. They also, a bunch of other information about it. They closed the runway, so their crew is trying to get this back in service. But they just went on and on about, I think it cost $2.1 billion for these squadron, and a lot of them are out of commission. So something that we thought was going to be very useful is having a lot of problems, costing a lot of money to keep in the air. A bunch of you sent me the article about the 1 million chickens in Franklin County, Washington. It looks like bird flu. Well, they say it's bird flu. So this is going to definitely just make more of the egg shortages real for a lot of people. So if you need eggs, you might want to get them now for Christmas. I live in East Tennessee. Recently, I was hospitalized unexpected for a period of about 3 weeks. And then I had surgery while I was there. At no time during my stay did I experience any problems with supplies or with the nursing care. One night, however, there was only one nurse on duty, and she did confirm to me they're keeping nursing people are very difficult. Overall, my stay in the hospital was good. If a hospital stay could be good, but I experienced no issues. So that's good news. That hospital is doing a fine job. There's a lot of dedicated nurses and all the other people that work in the hospital, from techs to x-rays. And I don't want to forget any of you, but all of you are very important if you're working in a hospital. It was a big step for me just to sign up for the survivaltribenetwork.com. I showcased that a week or so ago. The wife and I were very apprehensive and afraid. We knew no other people interested in this subject, not even our family. After I signed up and I was accepted in just a short time, I began checking out the website. Read some of their information and articles. Wife and I agreed that we need to take a step outside of our comfort zone. Then the next big step was to contact someone in our area. There are only 2 other names in our area, so I sent them both a separate email, which they entered into the network just as I did. Only one answered my introduction. We agreed to meet at a restaurant, gave each other a description of ourselves. We talked and had lunch. The person that we met was just as apprehensive as we were. We were glad that we did this, and this meeting will be meeting this person again. They are very knowledgeable of what is going on. So, yes, you got to step outside your comfort zone. You can step out your comfort zone right now and try to find preppers, people interested in homesteading and other skills, or you're going to be forced in a situation if things collapse or if things get really bad economically and you need help. You're going to have to step out then. So it's better now to step out and build that relationship. I am currently with my brother this weekend. We went to Walmart. He needed something for his wife. When we got to the counter where the medication was, they were spotty and empty shelves. Lots of things were gone. As my brother had said, it looked like they had gotten ransacked. And they did include a few pictures. So, over-the-counter medication. And this goes to anything. If you think there's going to be a shortage or you're starting to see a shortage, get stocked up. I'm not saying hoard everything on the shelves, but you owe it to your family to have things put back. And now is the time to do that. This is an update from North Dallas area. Eggs were $2.39 for an 18-count package a year ago. 2 weeks ago, they were $6.18. Today, they are $7.35 at Walmart. There's a shortage of eggs, sugar, flour, potato flakes, frozen potatoes, pasta, canned fruit, canned meats, rice, powdered milk are evident in numerous stores. As seen elsewhere, drivers are being more rude, careless, and reckless than I can remember in the past. It seems like the homeless and panhandlers are out at all major intersections. We are seeing them in numbers and location not seen before. This came from a person in Elbert County, Colorado. A heifer that did not belong to someone was butchered at night in the pasture on their land. So that meat was stolen. Another cow was also stabbed, but it did not die. So it's getting desperate. People are stealing meat right off the hoof. So if you have cows, if you have anything, look at your security for your animals, for your livestock. See if you need to increase your security so you do not take a loss also. This said, I just want to ask for prayers and let you know that today in our Academy Sports, 3 thugs came in, suspicious, going from shoe department, apparel department, firearm department. They kept going to the bathroom, and it sounded like they finally got caught in the bathroom with clothes in their hands, and they were asked to leave. But it looked like they also found empty boxes of ammo that they also took with them, so they stole the ammo. One of the guys working in the firearms department wanted to just stomp on the shoplifters stealing ammo. They can't do that, though. And a good manager was fired from our store earlier in the summer, trying to stop thugs from stealing ammo and accessories. A lot of people just come in and walk out with clothes in big purses. A sister store in our district had to close due to shoplifters, and one thug held a gun to an employee's head when confronted at another store in the district. So just want you to know that if you're going to any big store, that you need to be careful, because if you're a customer in there, you could be caught up in this violence. This is from the southern tier of New York. New York Eve Gala canceled due to low ticket sales. I realize this isn't a necessity, but can't help but be disappointed, especially when this was me and my husband's gift for each other, a night out. Also said eggs and prices of everything are up even more. Past few trips to all these people are openly discussing the higher prices and sharing tips on dealing with what they've seen. This is in Austin, Texas, a radiology association that has over 17 locations or helps out at 17 locations of different hospitals. Looks like they're cutting and actually laying off a bunch of people. They didn't say how many. So this more strain on the medical care. This person, I didn't verify this information, but I'll just read it. Ukraine has the second largest depository of lithium on this planet. Lithium is the new gold. It is not about political ideology. Wars are fought basically over resources. So, is there a big deposit of lithium in there? Is it bigger than China? I don't know. But any resource will be fought over, be it water, be it gold, be it lithium. My neighbor had her car stolen. Thieves walked around her house at night and copied the signal from her car fob with their phone. They started her car after unlocking and drove off. You have to keep your fob in a metal container in your house or a special bag on your person now. So, if you got one of these vehicles that take the fob, you might want to look into this. I heard you read an email about unregistered vehicles. I paid my registration online in the beginning of September, which was to expire at the last day of October, and still have not received my plate sticker. So I called my local DMV in South Carolina and couldn't get through, so I went on the website and it had a notification that a company that gets the stickers from were unable to get the material to make their registration sticker. As soon as they received them, they would mail them out. They also said that police were informed of this situation, so I screenshot the info just in case I get pulled over. I can show the officer that I'm waiting. Plus, it said the officer will run my plate and see if I'm actually registered. So, another shortage that can cause you definitely some heartache and some problems if you do get pulled over. So, make sure your documentation is as best you can in your vehicle, insurance, less problems with the law enforcement. This person said, massive fire at the local feed store for farmers. This was devastating, and it's in the area of Dillsboro, Indiana. This person's located in Nebraska. This morning, I'm listening to one of our local radio stations, which I listen to all the time. I'm 64 years old and find better news coverage on the radio than the TV. Anyways, the ad just started this morning. It stated that farmers, veterinarians need to watch for swine herds to have swine flu. I think this ad came from the USDA. I was listening closer, and I heard it again and again, and it started running about 4 times during a 2-hour run. To me, this is very concerning. All of a sudden, it's swine flu. We're still dealing with bird flu. I try not to be an alarmist, but I'm in west central Nebraska, and we're pretty much an agricultural state. Beef and pork, corn and wheat. This ad just started this morning. I've not heard this ad come on any other time but this morning. I will let you decide if you want to mention this or not, but the way the government is going, nothing surprises me. If this is something, this will devastate the hog market. Is the government trying to destroy markets now? No idea, but it doesn't look good for food production anywhere. A person sent me a picture of a head of lettuce in California. $11 for a head of lettuce in California. This is from Fort Worth, Texas. At our local Costco this morning, rotisserie chickens are still $4.99. That is awesome. Also a pallet of eggs, so very plentiful. Lots of folks shopping and spending money, but no carts full of obvious preps. Just seems like business as usual here. Whatever's happening elsewhere, it seems to miss us here. Business as usual. So that's good news. Keep stocking up. If you're in an area of the country you see no problems, listen to what's happening in other parts of the country and make adjustments in your prepping. This is very important. I work in the IT security and I monitor bulletins from various agencies and found this one from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. The FBI and the USDA has released a joint cybersecurity advisory detailing recent observed incidents of criminal actors using business email compromise to steal shipments of food products and ingredients valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. BEC is a very common tactic targeting all size businesses. There are various methods, but generally the cyber criminal tries to spoof a legitimate vendor via email to create a false invoice or convince the recipient that payment methods have changed to reroute funds to the criminal. Tell your listeners to never trust an email directing them to make changes that seem odd. Always verify with the vendor first before making those changes. Do not use contact information in the email to verify, but instead find published or use known contact information. Merry Christmas, Dave. Love Christmas carols, but when was the last time you heard songs like Away in a Manger, O Little Town of Bethlehem, or Angels We Have Heard on High? Maybe as a nation we deserve what's coming, more people being compelled to prepare now than ever by some force. What would have happened to Noah if he ignored those? Merry Christmas. Last month at the Dollar General, a 4-pound bag of sugar was $2.25. Last week it went up to $3.15, and this is Jefferson County, New York, near the Canadian border. This is from a ShopRite in New Jersey. Small eggs, $6 a dozen. Milk, $5 a gallon. Butter, $5 a pound. Campbell Chunky Soup, $3 a can. I can't afford to eat anymore. So many of your stories about shortages and price increases at Walmart. Meanwhile, the same people complain that their local businesses are laying off or cutting hours. I wish people would realize that when you shop regularly at Walmart, they're hurting their local small businesses. You can't have it both ways. Eventually, digital IDs will be mandatory to shop for food. Digital IDs that we required might include also if you have this or not. Large corporations like Walmart will be able to enforce these mandates easily because all the small independent businesses will be closed. I know folks want to save a few dollars, but do it by skipping the extra items, not by shopping at super centers. This is a sad one. Disability canceled for a cancer patient. I'm a cancer survivor who recently had some other problems, blood disease and other things that has no diagnosis yet. I'm extremely anemic. I can't even walk to the bathroom, and I have a hard time breathing and a racing heart. I'm 40 years old and in decent health otherwise. My SSDI was denied after having it for 3 years. They decided that I'm still able to pay taxes for them. So they did review my case, and they admitted all the cancer information from the clinics and the specialty visits in their investigation. I asked for an appeal, but no paperwork has arrived yet after 2 weeks. Folks, please do not depend on the government to care for you. They are denying people who came up for their renewal or their review, and they're not awarding benefits as often as they used to because of the worker shortage and closed offices due to COVID. That's their excuse anyways. And they did include an article for me that I read, and it seems like because of the COVID situation, a lot of people are falling through the cracks. So pray for this person right here. Pray that they will have their case looked at again and adjusted. Just got back from my local Costco. This is in Florida, and they're limiting the amount of eggs you can buy. Only 2 cartons of 24 eggs per card member. They also gave an excellent way to save eggs if you want to store them in the freezer. And I'll read it quickly. Get silicone inserts for muffin pans in places like Amazon. I got 30 inserts for on $10 last year. Place the silicone inserts into a muffin pan. Crack egg into the muffin pan. Place the muffin pan in the freezer for 24 hours. Remove the muffin pan from the freezer and take the frozen egg from the silicone insert. Take the frozen egg and put it into a vacuum storage bag or a Ziploc. Date the bag, put it in the freezer. That will last over a year or more. To use the egg, take out frozen egg the day before and place into a bowl and let it thaw in the refrigerator overnight. Then use as normal. I went to Sam's Monday and I was checking out some fruits, and they were mushy, overripe. The stock person also at that same time was bringing out strawberries on a cart, and I noticed some of the strawberries were already moldy, and this is in Mississippi. This is South Central Pennsylvania. Very seldom my wife and I eat fast food, but we stopped at Arby's to get a quick lunch. Walked into the store that isn't 5 years old. Buckets setting out, catching water from the roof in 4 different places. The meal was terrible. Fries overcooked and cold. No sauce for the sandwiches in the dispenser. Had to ask for packets. And the meat in the sandwiches had no taste at all. What a waste of $27. I threw it in the trash can and left. Won't be going back. I live in the Florida Panhandle, and I noticed this morning my local Walmart had put up a tarp fence to hide the storage containers. I didn't ask anyone why it was blocked off, but this is a recent development. It wasn't like this before the Christmas push. And they showed me pictures of them. I have no idea why they did it. It doesn't make the containers look any better. You can sort of see through it, but there's a reason they did this. They also said that in our Walmart, they've already marked down Christmas stuff 25%. I've never seen this happen. Always it happens after Christmas when they mark things down. So there you go. There's some boots on the ground. I hope you're preparing. I hope you're prepping. Pray for our country. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.